Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and other bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us is true. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Other brother Yashawan, and this is a real quick one. Here we are. Okay, everybody knows about this. What's going to happen here in California. And when I say everybody knows, what I mean is they're projecting. And when they're projecting, that means that they're going to do it. It's a false flag because they have, things to do, if you will, that will open up a whole lot of avenues. Get them into the war proper, push the C-hip because there's danger here, right? Set a whole bunch of things in motion as far as martial law and all of that. So this is coming. And look, right here in Cali, and if you understand what that means to me, I'm here. So when there's a biolab that's here for me, right? All those things mean something, right? Now I know that I have an inflated sense of ego and all of that, but guess what? I'm a spiritual man anyway, Lord willing. And let's go here to start at Ezekiel 3:17. Forgive me, bear with me if I'm just coming out of whatever. Ezekiel 3:17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me in all things, okay? In this thing, this is a false flag, right? They're going to do it. Why? So they could bring in martial law, so they could bring in that C-hip and begin to subjugate, right? What does this mean for me in the spirit? Well, me and the brothers in L.A., the brothers in San Francisco, right? We're all looking at this like this. So even more so when there's a biolab where I live. Even more so when certain things that I'm not going to say right now that you know, right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's talking about you, all right? We're the only ones doing this. Okay, so anyway, there's the warning, but here's a spiritual warning to go with it, all right? The magnitude of this. First of all, FBI. That tells you something. FBI warns. So there's another warning. Here's the spiritual warning from the prophets, right? Look at this. It's the FBI. We all know about them. Where? Here, right? That looks a little like leave the world behind or whatever, That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Excuse me. Anyway, let's do this. We don't even have to go into it to see what it says. We have to do this. Let's see. Warning. Right? FBI. California. Now, let's watch what comes up, and we'll watch what news station, because all you're going to see is news stations, right? NBC, ABC, MSNBC, and they're all controlling what? Anything coming out of that war. Any news coming out of that war is being completely restricted. Why? They over there getting that ass handed. Okay? So what news do you expect to get at all? Right? You expect to get whatever they're going to give you. What are they giving us? They're giving us this. California girls. Look at this bullshit. Warning FBI California. What? No girls. How'd that jump on? What do we got? KTLA, ABC, CBS. What did I just say? Nothing. They're not going to give us no independent, right, corroboration of nothing. Look at this. This is what they want you to know. And they're scrubbing anything that they don't want you to know. 14 hours, Fox News. 21 hours, Chicago, ABC. Look at it. Nothing but straight down. So the point has been proven, right? This is a device, right? Propaganda. Look at this guy snuck one in, Aaron Parnas. Now, I bet you this is favorable to the program. That's why they didn't, they let this shit go. And then back to what? Oh, Hot Zone. Who's this? Look at Chuck. 15 hours. Okay, Target. Now, Chuck is speaking on behalf of the system. Look how slick this production is. He ain't coming out saying nothing against the program. All right, KTLA. Who is this fraudulent imposter? Let's see. Okay, so you see where it's going. The Franco News clip. Look at this guy. What's he saying? Drone threatened, they're coming to get us. No, something else going on here. Look at this. ABC, 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 ABC. Mr. L. Boyd. All right, let's look at this Negro. Oh, L. Boyd is what? Is L. Boyd a Negro? I'm thinking about Mr. Cat Eye. What is it?
Check this.
Shalom, call halal, Yahweh Shemil. Okay, wait, I thought we were in a war. So why are they pushing this? Why are they pushing? Oh, you're about to be attacked. You're about to be attacked. And how do you know, right? And I thought this was America where we could stop shit. Where's our Iron Dome? You understand? So this is from the inside. You understand? Oh, they flew all the way across. Oh, they had a little tanker and they launched a missile. No. We're at war. You can't control your airspace or your waterways. Mr. Superpower and Iran could just come in from the backside all that way and lob a little bit. Oh, it happened from within. And then you're coming after who? The guy that says, I'm down with Allah with fringes on, right? We know what you're up to. Anyway, let's watch a little bit of this. This is a tear, probably. Dimcad Jr. over here.
In the state that Iran allegedly aspired to launch drones along the West Coast. The FBI warning law enforcement agencies in the state that Iran allegedly aspired to launch drones along the West Coast.
It's absolutely crazy here, all right, that the people who are the loudest proponents specifically of President Trump specifically, along with whatever's going on in the Middle East currently, the loudest ones here, right, illegal war, all these things are the ones that are now currently being targeted by Iran specifically. Like, if this does not tell you, maybe you should stop standing up for the idea of hermit kingdoms and hermit regimes specifically.
Begin with breaking news of a reported potential surprise attack targeting California. The FBI warning law enforcement agencies in the state that Iran allegedly aspired to launch drones along the West Coast. CBS News Bay Area's Katie Nielsen has a copy of that alert that went out to law enforcement. Katie, what does it say?
Yeah, Liz, so we actually just got a copy of that maybe only about 30 minutes ago. This is the actual bulletin that went out to police departments across.
This is the actual bulletin. Here it is. One, you can't trust anything this government is doing. You can't trust the FBI, Kash Patel. This whole thing is just a clown show from top to bottom. And now we get this. We understand how these people operate. But who's operating right now? Letting you know, whatever the hell this is, this shit's going down. Okay? Right? Oh, right here in California. What does that mean? It means they're ready to go. Are you ready to go? All right? It's close.
the state from the FBI. So if we were to take a look at what it actually says, it says
What's ready to go? All right. They got somebody, they're going to take down a plane or something, right? Little guy sitting off the runway to take down a plane. And fair use. And no, I have no intention on doing anything. I'm not doing anything against anybody, period. And I'm not suicidal, right? None of those things. I don't plan on killing myself. I'm not mad at anyone. Whereas in the world, if I was in the world, I'd be furious, but I'm happy, all right? I'm happy. You can't even imagine the weight that's off my shoulders right now, okay? So call halal Yahweh Shemil Shah for that, and nothing for me to be angry or suicidal. No, it's all life. It's all, we're getting on a chariot. We're out of here, all right? Everything good is coming, all right? So a little bit of turmoil, another failed relationship or whatever. Bring as many of those as you can, okay? I get it. I'm built for it, all right? Even more so now. So, I mean, nothing, can derail us at this point unless, unless you wasn't about it. Anyway, this says it all. All right, let's see.
the JRIC received the following unverified information from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We recently acquired information that as of early February 2026, Iran allegedly aspired to conduct a surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the United States homeland.
Okay, so that isn't what this is, right? What did they just break down for you? They just broke down the plot for Leave the World Behind. Okay, some little boat they're going to launch one, not some sleeper that's in here, because they floated that at the same time they're saying this. Listen to what they're saying closely. FBI says, well, we have information that once upon a time they wanted to do some shit that they could never do. Okay. We recently acquired information that as of early February, Iran allegedly aspired to conduct. Okay, so what they're saying is, as of February, right, on back, got to watch out. We recently acquired information that as of early February 2026, right, could mean anything. It could mean back to 1983 if you play with the words, right, enough. Attack using unmanned aerial vehicles. That's a drone. A drone from a ship. A vessel is a ship off the coast of the United States homeland. What ship would that be? Okay? That you would let in to do that in the time of war. And wouldn't you be ready for it? We have no additional information on timing. Okay, so now that we've introduced this, we're scaring the shit out of everybody, right? Now all you got to do is float sleeper cells, right? Because this is off land. This is on the water. This is, whatever to air. What is it? This UAVs. This is launching a drone off the deck of a ship. Any questions? Okay, so it's a scare tactic. Okay, this isn't something new. They've always been able to pull up a ship and right, but suddenly we got to use this. No, this Iran, right back. How many? 8 months ago. When we hit them the first time, how come this didn't come out then? No, just February. Why February? See, this doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't they have done it right after the war 8 months ago? No, in February they want to do it, right? And this is before whatever is going on right now, early February. That doesn't make sense. What this is just a date that they threw out so that they can do whatever they want to do. This has nothing to do with Iran. Maybe right after they got struck, then you would hear this, right? We recently acquired. No. So all you got to do is analyze some shit, right, and see. And I'm going to throw this in there right now. I do have spiritual power and I can read minds. And this is bullshit. Okay? When did the war start? In March. So why would they wait 8 months to say, oh, we're going to pull up on them? No. And then the war started in March. Wouldn't they be here right now doing that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay? Because what is Iran doing right now? What do you see Iran doing? Not what you heard. See, people don't understand this, okay? And this is why people are being deceived. All right? When you see something, don't let nobody talk you out of it. Because deception is great right now. All right? What do we see Iran do? We see Iran hitting all enemies. Boom, 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 boom. Hitting all of them in the region, right? But what are they not doing? They're not over here trying to hit us. If they were, right? Listen close to analyzation. If Iran was going to hit California, they would have did it because it would have been part of their plan when they launched. You understand? When they hit everybody they wanted to hit, that was the hit. They didn't say, oh, we'll get America later. No. No. You don't understand war. They would have hit you, right, with the other strike. And let me tell you why. Okay, number one, what you saw when Iran hit all the targets that they did in the region, that has been part of a plan going back more than 10 years. Same thing with America. Whatever we saw, these little operations, these things go way back. They're planned all out. They're written out. They pull it off the wall and say, we'll run this one. Okay, same thing with Iran. So whatever we saw in that region in the Middle East, if they were going to do what they're trying to say they're doing now, they would have did it. When all those places got hit, when they launched that attack, this would have happened then. Because that's how the Persians operate. See? They don't operate like Esau. So you can't think like Esau. No. Nope. They launched that simultaneous hit on all of those countries at the same time. If the homeland of America was ever to be hit in that fashion right there, it would have been done then. Now, ICBM, that's a different situation. Do they have one? Maybe. Do they have a nuke? Maybe. I don't know. Okay? But whatever this is can be broken down by what we see here. All right? What do we see Iran do? We see Iran balls out, kicking ass everywhere. Why not here? Why are they just holding back? We're waiting for the right moment. No, they're not waiting for shit. They're letting people know, you're the target, you're getting hit. This ain't the target, they ain't been hit. Do they have a contingency where it's coming? No. If they do, we all know about it. That's stupid. This is what it is on its face. This is bullshit and propaganda. Why? because they're about to do this projecting. Okay? Let me say this again. Not only are we seeing things in the spirit, right? We have spiritual power, and it's growing. So anybody trying to be deceptive and lying, it doesn't work anymore. All right? Even Esau can see through the lies. They know this is a false flag. All right. So anyway, with that, you've been warned. Let's throw this out to the devil. Come on, devil, coming after you. Satan. 2 Corinthians 2:11 in the King James. Lest Satan, there he is, should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know what you're up to, niggery. Bring what you got. Let's get this thing cracking. With that, we hope that you'll look gratified, your brother and sister. Shalom.